Welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a live donation reading and collective energy reading. I hope everybody is well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with you or the chat. Mhm. I'm about to get started. We're starting off with a live donation reading tonight with my girl Carmen. Hey, what's up, Ayu? How you doing, my sister? How are you? What's going on with you tonight? Can you hear me okay? Because I got something propping this thing on. And I don't want it to muffle my sound. So let me know if you can hear me fine. Oh my God, the rain is coming down. Okay, cool. Anyways, how was your day? Hope it was well. Hope you had a great day. Indeed. You know, it was an astrologer who I just recently saw. His name is, I think, the bearer something. I don't remember his name. I see him on IG, but he's he's an astrologer, and he talked recently about this Pisces transit bringing a lot of mess to the forefront. Um and today was one of those days. Like more mess. It was just chaotic, stupid stuff, but it's stuff that had to be cleared up, stuff that had to be brought out in the open so it could be handled. You know what I mean? With deadlines and hard, you know what I'm saying? This is the day you need to get this right type things. Hey, Michelle. Yeah. My daughter's school did some foolishness today I thought was just dumb. And now I have to do something I didn't expect to have to do, which is, it's just, you just wonder sometimes, like, who's really in charge? Like, and why? Why are you in charge? You know what I mean? Who's making decisions here? Who's thinking things through? What's going on, y'all? If you had that kind of week, just raise your hand. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta say nothing. Just say, hey, it's my week too. Because I'm just like, okay, everybody's smart. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Qualifications are definitely... Common sense is very uncommon. You know what I mean? Like, common sense is so uncommon, y'all. But you can see I'm not back at my desk yet. I don't be in my office unless I'm reading. So I need to finish up some things in here so I can get back to my desk. But, I've been dealing with people that lack common sense. All right, so the download I got before the reading is that you are strong. Like your strength is a match. You know what I'm saying? And there's no one like you. And you know that based on your experience, the things you had to deal with, and then where you are today. Pat yourself on the back. Show your gratitude to your ancestors and your spirit guides for keeping you, for, protecting you and keeping you for as far as you've gotten, because you know what I'm saying? They're the wind beneath your wings. Like, but you have a certain level of strength that is unmatched. And spirit wants you to recognize that. Okay? Take inventory of where you came from. Take inventory of what you prayed for. And now take inventory of what you have. You are no joke. You get what I'm saying? I think a lot of people don't hear that enough to recognize. Like, sometimes we do have, like, we may not be where we want to be, but we are usually somewhere we prayed to be at some point. right? If you pray for better and you got better, you have to acknowledge what you have. You have to show gratitude for that. Spirit can keep blessing you because they know that you're worthy. You know? All right, Spirit, give me a message. Now, like I said, the first message is for Carmen, live donation reading. Um, all right, so Carmen's question is about work and about dealing with a particular department that has taken a major loss. How will that work out? So, Spirit, give me a message for Carmen and that department that she's in and the loss. How she's going to deal with those people in there, Spirit. Somebody got to go. You will start a new job, life clean sweep over, hit the reset button. She has to hit the receipt. So, Carmen, when you see this, Carmen, when you see this, okay, this is to say you will more than likely have to let that person go. Now, is it a new beginning for you? Yes, because I feel like you're about to rise up in your responsibilities. But you're gonna have to hit the reset button. So more than likely, you may have to let somebody go in that department because that was a big snafu. New beginnings is also death energy. You cannot have a rebirth. I mean, a new start without an ending. So there's has to be an ending. Mm, it's coming. Hold on, y'all. Mm. All right, tell me more. Okay, whoever you are, Fabs. This is a live donation reading for someone who paid for a live donation reading prior to this live. I do live donation readings on Thursdays and Sundays at 9:30 p.m. Usually the moderator is here with the pinned comments. So in on this channel we don't spam because if the moderator sees you spamming, she will block. But welcome. Thank you for coming to the channel. And hopefully she'll be here soon with the details and she could put that in. Okay. I texted her the live, so she'll be on as soon as she's able. All right, Spirit, tell me more. So, oh, yes. So, Carmen, when she sees this, she'll see your social status is raising. Your high honor is rising. You know what I mean? Because of who you are and what you know and your abilities, they're going to bump you up. And remember, I was saying to you earlier, the title and the money should come. Wow. I wouldn't say don't get arrogant. I think you're going to have to get arrogant in that particular situation. Not belligerent, but you're going to be dealing with an arrogant person. So you may have to match her energy a bit in a professional way. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like I was telling you earlier today when I was talking to the lady at the school, she tried everything to answer my question and repeat herself as if I'm the idiot. But she was not listening to my question, or she was, but she just wanted to say what she wanted to say. So I repeated myself until she understood and answered me properly. And sometimes when people do that, I have to slow it down for them so they can be clear as to exactly what I'm saying and stop answering the wrong answer. Right? I was asking her something totally different to get around what I wanted to get around, and she finally answered me, and I was like, okay, you know, but not until she answered me. So you may not want to. You may have to dumb it down. I don't even know how you could dumb it down, but you really gonna have to put some things in layman's terms to clarify her understanding. Like you may have to close the loop with her, right? In that, get her to repeat back to you, even if it's in writing, what she understood so that there's no misunderstanding later, if that makes sense. Partnership. It says joining forces with partners, business partners for win-win cooperation. Prioritize your connections. So again, what I mentioned earlier about the higher ups, they have to be your partners in order to get the results that you're looking for. They have to partner with you. So if they are, like I said, elusive, then you have to demonstrate that they are your partners. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Opportunity. New job opportunity, change the workplace. Change is coming just in time. Yeah. The challenge and the lesson is the change. I don't feel like the new opportunity, you may be creating a new opportunity for somebody. Partially, this is a new opportunity for you. That's the challenge and the lesson. How does that play out for you? But I feel like it's because you have to start, you have to do it. There's a new beginning coming. And that really is you resetting that department. Tell me more, Spirit. And fertility. It's time to think about family life for children. Don't sacrifice family for career. They got to pay you right. And the money going to be up. It says time to think about family life and children. That's, to me, fertility is saying you will be abundant. So that means that money got to come up. That level of responsibility must change, and so does them coins. So I feel like you're going to be abundant. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, here go the endings. We got new beginnings. The cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change. Rebirth. It's time to say goodbye. You're going to have to let people go. And I feel like the higher ups going to want you to bully them into the ending. Meaning, they probably want somebody twice removed from them to make the judgment call to let somebody go because they may not want to do it. Again, I'm going to go back to partnerships. You must indicate to whomever from the onset of dealing with this situation that the higher ups that sent you are your partners in this. Don't misconstrue it. Don't let them weasel out of it. They are the ones that are directing you to do what you need to do. Make sure they know they have to take that ownership, that partnership ownership. Okay? Let me go again. Sweet success. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Get what you want. So you, ultimately, you want to have sweet success. It's not going to be difficult to do what you need to do. It's just going, you're just going to have to do what you want to do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, we get put in positions of power as it's a stepping stone, but that's not what I want to say. It's like a rise. Social status is here, and what it gave me is that you're rising, meaning your position of influence is elevating. So there's a lot that comes with that. There's success here, there's money here, there's abundance here. So you're rising. You're a rising star. You know what I mean? Let's see, repair, growth, and evolution. Tell me more, Spirit. And let me see, how is it going to work out for that lady that you have to deal with? Hey, Carmen, you're going to have to roll it back. I already started for you. How's it going to work out with that lady? Oh, how you deal with her is going to secure your abundance. Abundance is already here under fertility. It says money is energy like anything else. You want it to flow and not feel trapped. Trusting that the universe will take care of you gives off the energy of abundance and expectancy in every dollar you receive. Know that you are supported and the money will flow. So she's about to help you elevate to more money just by the way you handle this situation. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, stay grounded. Matter of fact, go grounding. Go in that backyard, and when you do your gardening, make sure you stand either barefooted or put your hands in the earth. But get grounded. Tell me more, Spirit. Awakening and expansion. Yeah, you're going to expand. Peace, Black Cherry. You have been receiving messages that it's time for your soul to expand beyond the 3D vision. You are an old soul that is here to do many great things. You have come to realize this through doing the hard work and merging with your higher self. There is no going back. So enjoy this new way of being by having acceptance, inner peace, and moving forward. Yeah, so you know how they say it's lonely at the top, but it's really not. It's exclusive. That's one thing I learned a long time ago. It's not necessarily lonely at the top. It's just exclusive. Everybody can't go where you going. Everybody who thinks they got a title is not where you are. You know, especially in the corporate America, right? It's when you're on the rise, you're gonna have some haters. But you get ready to put some ending to some stuff before the hate can like take over. Because I don't see any negativity that's going to impact you so much. I really feel like so sorry. It's going to be like a Rivaderci. You know what I'm saying? Sayonara to that person, unfortunately. So there it is. That's how you going to deal with her. If you got a subsequent question, let me know. Okay, but that was the reading for that situation. You ain't got nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. As long as they give you the parameters, the carte blanche to do what you need to do, you are supported. And I see financial blessings in your future. Even though the company has lost some money due to the foolishness of these people, that you dealing with it equates to um, higher benefits for you. You know what I'm saying? So. Like Black Cherry said, smash that like button, share. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the channel. Subscribing, liking, and sharing, and viewing our energetic donations to the channel. They are very appreciated. Now, if you would like a reading, please follow the pinned comment below that Black Cherry has put up. And thank you, thank you, thank you. In the meantime, unless I see the heart with the dollar sign to indicate that you have, you see that cup right there? Rinse that out, iced tea, and put water back in my thing. And then your stuff with your iPad and everything, that pad, that's your stuff. All right, so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get started. Like Spirit said, somebody is stronger than they even realize. Like you just don't know how strong you are. But you've been through a lot, you've experienced a lot, and Spirit wants you to acknowledge, like, make sure you stay grateful. Be grateful for, oh, let me pin the other comments, my bad. Replace pin message. You know, Spirit wants you to acknowledge your strength. What you've been through. Like you are like no other. Like we know we all have our own struggles, but how we handle, how we push through our circumstances, they're all different. You know what I'm saying? They're all different. All of us have been through something, some type of trauma. Don't have some people have been through very minimal trauma. You know, our parents traumatize us in some kind of way, whether it's horrible or it's mild. It's something because they have projected something onto us. And we have to accept and or deal with it, right? Then we may play those things out in our relationships, you know, and then we got to work through that. We are here to learn lessons, regardless of where the lessons came from. So, like I said, Spirit said your strength is unmatched. So we're going to see what Spirit means by that. All right. So we're going straight to repair evolution. I'm looking around like, what else do I want to pull out? All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What do they need to know? What did my babies need to know? Spiritual guidance and co-creation. Your spirit guides and guardians are here to assist you and help you evolve into your authentic self. The time is now to see yourself as your spiritual team sees you. They ask that you remove all limiting thoughts and open up yourself to them. Meditation and asking for signs are great ways to deepen your connection. Let me see. So, spirit guidance, co-creation. Your spirit guides are saying, listen, when you open your mouth and say what you need, that's how we help you. But if you stay tight-lipped and you act like you got it all, well, we're going to let you do what you think you can do, right? So if you're not praying, meditating, openly talking to your spirit, come on out if you're coming. Don't stay off the door. I wonder what she doing. So, yeah, there's that. What's going on with this? Tell me more, spirit. I said iced tea. Can I have iced tea? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, go put that down. Come back. Coming, hey boo. All right, tell me more, spirit. We're in the collective now. Passion ignited, desire. Live with passion by stepping into what feeds your soul and gives you joy. When you choose to make room for this in your life, the universe responds by creating opportunities that support your soul's purpose and passion. Mm. Mm-hmm. Tell me more, spirit. Distorted view and perception. So this is in a hidden energy. Says a change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Choosing to heal this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. So Spirit say, look, a lot of us we have insecurities. Sometimes we think, I'm pretty confident. And then you hear yourself going, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if they'll accept this or they'll accept that. Sometimes our insecurities peek through. They come from a place of fear or pain or wounding. And the Spirit is simply saying, change your perspective. Sometimes we feel like we shouldn't be in rooms that we deserve to be in. And it's basically Spirit saying, yeah, you do deserve to be in those rooms. You have put in the work. Like I said, your strength is unmatched. You have put in a level of effort required that would allow you to communicate a certain way, act a certain way, do a certain thing, command a certain thing, command money a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, you put in the effort. Of course. Of course. You deserve what you're getting. So Spirit wants you to kind of change your viewpoint in yourself. Like, you're supposed to be following your passion. Also listening to your spirit guides. Make sure you asking for support. Tell me more, Spirit. Soul family, strength. Wow, the word strength. Here we go. Finding your soul family is a blessing that reaps many benefits. You're being asked to reach out and explore to find your soul connections. They will feel familiar, safe, and trusted when you meet them. Send out your intention to connect with your soul family and see who comes your way. Let me fix this thing. I feel like it's a little bit too... So the soul family, that's your strength. That's the challenge and lesson. Some people don't like to go outside their comfort zone, and they consider anything that's not their bloodline, not necessarily their family. But over time, you build connections with people, and you realize they more your family than your own bloodline. They really are. Like they got more in common with you than your DNA. So Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to reach out to people or to see it differently, because when you build friendships and relationships with people, and especially over time, you realize, oh wow, these people I could trust. These people have been here all the while, and maybe I couldn't trust my bloodline or whatever, but my soul family is those the ones I trust. You know what I'm saying? All right, tell me more, Spirit. See, y'all can resonate with the strength. You feel me? Tell me more. And it betrayed. Listen, let me tell you something right now. Now, y'all know what I went through on Tuesday. I ain't come on yesterday. So you know what I went through on Tuesday. And it's Thursday. It says betrayal revealed. Now, I I don't know if I don't say I was betrayed, but I damn sure was bamboozled. I was bamboozled. But what I was also saying to you about the water bearer, I don't remember his full channel name, but what he was saying was that during this Pisces transit, there's going to be a lot of mess, a lot of chaos, a lot of secrets revealed. Things are going to come to light. Okay. And this here says, this situation will reveal to you the intentions behind it, whether it's you betraying yourself in some way or another person or situation. You're being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinder the clarity that is needed. So listen, if you, let me just put that a little closer. If you are, how can I put this? So like with the soul family being here, and that's your strength, your core. Sometimes we hold on to the idea, again, that our blood relatives are we can trust. Well, right now for people, I feel they're finding out that their blood relatives or certain friendships or certain relationships were not what they perceived them to be or what they wanted to perceive them to be. Some people will, distort the truth to hold on to the connection. There's a certain codependency there or fear of letting something go. So they will dismiss it away. No matter how bad it is, it's like, nah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It could be worse. It could be worse. It could be worse. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, somebody is like, what I'm saying, stealing from you, cheating on you, or doing the most, right? Harming you, degrading you, trying to break you down. They're betraying you. And Spirit is saying it's time to open your eyes to who you can trust and who you can't trust, because if you let somebody manipulate you into thinking that you could trust them only for them to disappoint you over and over and over again, you gotta wake up. At some point in time, you have to say, well, one, enough is enough, and two, you really are hurting me. Like, I'm hurt by what you did. You have to acknowledge that pain, right? And you have to come to terms with it. You may not be able to accept it right away, but you do have to come to some understanding. What is it that I'm dealing with? Who is it that I'm dealing with? Is this relationship healthy? Is it unhealthy? You know what I'm saying? It requires a certain level of discernment that you need to get ready for, Spirit is saying. And you may have to call on your spirit guides to help you go through it, because it's not as simple and it is very painful. The distorted perspective, that you may have. Spirit wants you to put them pieces back together the right way. Thank you.
I put ice in it and everything, so.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is to mix it, because I know there's a straw in there, but I won't do.
All right, I appreciate you. And your cats are waiting on you. What should they do? This happens sometimes when you come out of extreme abuse and then mild abuse. Yeah. You think anything is better than this shit, right? You think anything is better than this. At least they're not doing that to me. At least they're not trying to do this to me. And they're still doing shit. Also, you know, sometimes though, people who are coming from abusive situations also think any form of help is control too. Because some people do use that as a form of control. What you came in here for, girl? And you got to be mindful of that. It just takes a lot of emotional intelligence to get through these type of situations with people when they betray you, because you have to be willing to acknowledge the truth so that you can like overcome the betrayal, so you can survive it. Because you know it's easy to say, but it ain't easy to do. Y'all, I'm trying to go. There you go. Whew. That little drink. But yeah. Oh, what's the bottom of the deck? I didn't even look. Childhood wound retrieved. See what I'm saying? And it's the bottom of the deck. Let's read this. It says your inner child is looking to heal so you can move on by understanding the situation in a new light. See, back to the distorted perspective. Going within to heal requires self-love and compassion. Gaining perspective through energy work or therapy can be very helpful in accessing tools to empower your inner child. Somebody was betrayed in their childhood. Somebody is definitely betrayed by their family. And is their soul, they have a soul family, either they haven't fully acknowledged yet or haven't fully engaged or connected to, or somebody's trying to keep them from their soul family. Because that's in the challenge and the lesson. So it could be that, you know, what people will do sometimes, they will try to break you down and then isolate you or get you to self isolate you from those that could truly love you or that really do care about you. They'll put false narratives in your ear and tell you they don't love you, they can't love you like I do or we do because we're family, and they're not, when in fact they're very capable of loving you. You got friendships for like, you know what I'm saying, 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. It don't matter if the person is reciprocating, showing love, genuine concern, and consistent with you. That's love. But when you have these deep childhood wounds, it it becomes more difficult to acknowledge and understand what true love is. 9 times out of 10, you'll be thinking that struggle love or, you know, chasing love or, you know what I'm saying, people who hurt you actually love you. And that's spirit is saying, talk to your spirit guys, because that ain't it. You probably got ancestors like, I'm gonna need you to break the cycle because that's not okay. That's not okay. Where's my other deck? We we as humans, our capacity can be very tricky. You know, because when you develop childhood wounds, you also develop a high capacity for pain. And you may not even realize that you're doing it. You may not realize it because you've normalized it, right? The only way you understand life is through the lens of pain. And a lot of people get that kind of confused about what love is. Some people think pain is love. Then they get a distorted view on it. And then when somebody does try to love them, they shit on them. You know what I'm saying? A person that goes through that, tends to like mistreat others that actually love them. The spirit say don't do that, because now the betrayal of that uh blood family is being revealed here, and this person has had distorted views based on false narratives. What I'm hearing. So if that's the case, then it's time to alter your perception and use discernment and wisdom. Like it's time to put some wisdom in play. Like you can't. People I know of that have been um, victims of familiar. I'm gonna say familiar, like family abuse, tend to be very naive, because the family, not all of them, but they tend to be very naive in that the family is so codependent. And once that person's so isolated and so stuck on that, them or their situation, that they don't, like, their reality is super distorted. Now that I think about it, very distorted. And you hear them talking, you go, wait, that is not normal. They think it's normal. It's not. It's weird. It's weird. But you know, when you grow up a certain way, you think what you lived is normal, right? Until you see otherwise, until you feel otherwise, till it's maybe explained, you don't you don't have another lens to look at it. You get what I'm saying? I feel like though somebody's getting that betrayal so deep, so wide, so vivid, because that's here at the likely outcome, that betrayal is being revealed. This person is starting to realize, whoever this resonates for, is now coming to an understanding of just how and what ways they were being uh, manipulated and betrayed. This is somebody who just, well, I do know something too about children that just interesting to me. Speaking of this childhood wounding, they blurt out a lot of stuff because they don't want it's like they want help, but they might not know how to get help. So instead of asking, they'll blurt out. I had a niece do that to me recently. Blurted something out that her father did. Now, thank God he didn't do nothing to her, but he did something very uh ignorance, not the word, irresponsible. And she pointed it out. She said, this thing happens. You know, sometimes this happens. Sometimes I'm experiencing this. And I was like, really? And then what your mom said? Oh no. So mom don't know? Mm-mm. So I had to bring it to mom's attention, and mom had a conversation with the dad, right? But it was very irresponsible of him. And for him to think that the child was unaware was really like, I don't know how to put it, y'all, but I was pissed. But the circumstances didn't allow me to address it, so I had to address it with mom and let mom address it, right? But she blurted that out in the car, and then I was like, really? So I didn't need to say anything right away. I just said, okay. I got a little bit more details and context to what she meant. And I was like, all right, cool. But then she blurted it out to the grandparent. And me and the grandparents spoke, and I was like, all right, finally, I gotta go say something. I gotta say something. Because that was very irresponsible. And it could have led to something more challenging for the family, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. But it was just interesting in the way she put it. And I've noticed not only did a child that young do it, but then there's older children that do it as well, where they'll just say their needs out loud or their thoughts out loud because they're hoping somebody will just, will just catch what they put out there. It's crazy. Tell me more, spirits. Tell me about spirit guys. Yeah. So there's a lot of spiritual activity in the home. There may be entity attachments too, but your spirit guides are saying you need to call that person, whoever's going through this, needs to call on their spirit guides for protection. Um, and that's past energy. So maybe somebody did pray to their spirit guides, um, but somebody needs some protection. It's within a home space or about a home. Tell me more, spirit. Oh, here she. And then this is also a feminine energy. What I'm getting from her though, this is a lustful, toxic, feminine energy, passion ignited. Somebody may be very sexually charged. All right, I gotta hide her breasts. But yeah, she. There may be some in this particular situation. Somebody who's very promiscuous with this passion and desire. It could be somebody who controls people through stuff like that. Somebody also could be very inappropriate with in front of their children or with their children. Um, mm, that's not good. Tell me more about distorted view. Distorted view. Yeah, I feel like somebody's just been missing the boat for a minute. If you know what I'm saying, when they say miss the boat, like you miss your opportunities, you miss the cues, you misunderstand. If somebody's just like missing it, like they weren't catching on. They're not. It's just somebody who shit been a long time coming to clear up this perspective. I also feel like somebody's coming through the clouds, meaning things that were just distorted because you couldn't quite see what it is because things had to clear up. Like certain things had to be revealed. Not just revealed, but you ever driven through a fog? And it's quite hard to see. Like you put your fog lights on, but you still can't see but so many feet in front of you. So you have to drive cautiously. I feel like somebody's like trying to see through a fog of lies and deceit and smoke screens. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever the family of origin is, the type of people that create a lot of chaos and conflict to confuse people. And they do not care. Tell me about the soul, family, and strength. This person is stronger than they know, though. Yeah, this is a child. Why do you keep opening the door? Stinky cat. Getting on my nerves. So, this is a child. This is a child that should be focusing their energy now. The child don't have to be a child. You get what I'm saying? Like you are a child. Everybody's a child of somebody. So this is somebody who experienced things from a child's perspective. Maybe you could be 50 years old and learning something about your mother, learning something about your father, or learning something about an auntie or uncle or a grandparent or whatever. But you're also understanding like, wait a minute, this set of people, maybe they didn't care about me. Maybe they didn't love me. Maybe they disrespected me. Maybe what I was experiencing was actually abuse and I didn't want to understand it. So the challenge and the lesson is to focus on the strength that you do have, which is soul family. How many times have you heard somebody say, when I grew up, I went down to the family down the street and that was my best friend, excuse me, and his mama, and they all just loved me and I went everywhere with them and they were my blah, 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 blah. That's your soul family. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why she keep messing with me, y'all. She come in here, she open the door, she look to see if the other door's open, and she come back out. Like, what do you want? You don't even want nothing downstairs. You don't want your food. Stop opening the darn door. So somebody's been betrayed in their childhood. We got two cards representing childhood wounded. Tell me more about betrayal. What did they uncover? What is discovered in this betrayal? One at a time. Oh shit. Wow. You see this? First thing I heard when that card went down was somebody wraps up their betrayal in gifts. So either somebody was love bombed or convinced that the things that they were getting were of benefit to them or a gift to them. Or somebody like, I'm hearing gift horse in the mouth, but that's not what I mean. Um, it's like a manipulation through gifts, but it's love bombing, but it's like it's more than that. It's more than that. What I'm hearing is like somebody wanted this person to be grateful for everything they did, even the things they took away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm your mom or I'm your dad and I fed you and I clothed you and you didn't deserve that and I gave it to you. That kind of thing. Like stuff that don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get a prize for that. You don't get an award for doing the bare minimum. You get what I'm saying? But they want somebody to feel like they owe them the world. Like somebody wants they want their hooks in them. Spirit is trying to give it to me, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm channeling, I'm getting it out, but it's really like somebody's thinking that you should honor me and do things for me because I allowed you to breathe. I gave you a place to stay. You birthed them, the person birthed them or whatever, created them, yet they're supposed to grovel and kiss your behind because you let them live. If you get what I'm saying. Mm. Now tell me about this child. When it's the bottom of the deck. Yeah. It's the feminine energy. There's a feminine here. So there's two feminines here. There's one, it could be a grandmother. It could be the mother, right? But there's one that's very inappropriate and one, or she could be in the same, meaning one in the same. Whereas one wants you, it's like somebody is reckless, like not a Wands energy. And then the other one is very calculated, like a person into dark psychology or just a narcissist, but somebody who does things with intention, hurts with intention. And I feel like they may be one and the same, because there are some women that are very inappropriate, but because when they're a mom, you don't expect that. You think mom's supposed to know better, do better, take care of the kids, whatever. Some don't. They don't care. Some just rude, disrespectful. Again, I tell y'all about mommy dearest all the time. That woman knew how to put on a face for Hollywood and come home and terrorize her kids. This is somebody like that. Very calculated. Wears two masks, very a duality type of nature. You don't know what you're going to get with this feminine energy. She don't care that she's hurt somebody, right? She don't care that this person is feeling bad. When I was in the office, y'all, the first time I went to get my birth certificate, there was a child in there who you could just tell this little 5. I didn't know she was 5 till the mother started yelling at her, but she just wanted to be loved. She was so sweet. She's doing a lot, but she's doing a lot that a 5-year-old would do. Is this a school, mommy? Is this that? The mom standing there ignoring this child. Everything the child asks, she's just ignoring. So eventually the child goes and no, she says something snappy to the child. And then the child sits down next to this lady on this double wide chair. And he's like, and the lady said, no, it's okay. And she's like, I want to look at YouTube. Can I look at YouTube on your phone? And the lady's like, sure, what do you want to watch? And she's just constantly saying to the mom, it's okay. The mom got nothing but attitude for this child. Like, it's a loving little girl. You could just tell she just wants her mommy to love her. And her mom could give no fucks. Then she popped her in there, and I was like, oh, Lord, I want to call the services. You better not pop that child no more. I wasn't ready to give her the business, but I had to take care of my business too. The child, she didn't hurt the child, but it's like that little sting of a pop. She hurt her. She was wounding her. You know what I'm saying? Wounds that me intervening that one day was not going to change. This woman needed to change inside out. And it was unfortunate because, you know, all she kept doing was saying, what she said, I don't play that. Y'all don't play that. I don't play that. It was just, she just projected on this child. Wanted to say something so bad, like, stop projecting. But I knew it felt like if I said something to her, when they left, she would have took it out on that child more, if you get what I'm saying. Um, I didn't want to put that child in a position that the mother would be, because I almost felt like the mother was jealous that the lady was nice to the child. So if I had said something like all the things running through my mind to her, she might have, when the child is out of view, she's going to take that out on her. And I was like, Lord, like, some of these parents really be jealous of their children. I feel like this woman is a very calculated, evil mother, mother energy, and wants to be held up. She want to be exalted for being the title of mom, but not really mothering the child. More so abusing. This is what I'm getting. Mm. That little girl was so cute too. She's just being a little 5-year old. And the chairs did look like a classroom. I would have. That was a valid question. She just wanted to ignore her. Then eventually she got tired of hearing her say it, and I was just. Mm-mm-mm. Now, if I was her teacher, I would have more to go on, more to say, more to deal with. But I knew in situations like that, a lot of times they really do a disservice to the child because that mom will just abuse that child. Yep, she was using silence to punish. She popped the girl. She yelled at the girl, and and then she wouldn't let it go. That was the other part. Like, it's one thing to say, "All right, I told you to stop several times." The girl wasn't doing nothing that serious for her to be yelling the way she was. Y'all, she had one more time touched that child before I was like, do I need to be a mandated reporter? Because again, she didn't hurt the child. She wounded her though, emotionally. You get what I'm saying? And the state don't quantify that. Honestly, they really don't. Like, you go report something like that, and that child will just get beat and beat and beat some other kind of way. Yeah, it's like, it's unfortunate, but we cannot save them all. Because these parents can be really insidious with the shit that they do. Yeah, because she was worried about the bus and how much longer it was going to take. And she was up my ass. I had to turn around. Then she was like, oh, sorry. Because she knew she was up my ass. Like, give me a few feet. The fuck? Anyway, yeah, somebody's situation at home. Uh, I hear sporadic and bridges burnt. Tell me more, spirit. This all to do with a mom energy. I don't even see the masculine yet. Tell me more. Yeah. Spirit said this should go deep too. Like there's things you just do not know about how this goes, especially the inappropriate behavior. This could be a mother who is emasculating her son, making him feel like he ain't shit, or just too inappropriate in front of him. Um it's just weird. And I've seen and heard of those mothers, right? If this is a female, meaning the child, she may be jealous of her child, right? Jealous of her attention from other men, you know, yeah, if you know what I'm saying. Eba, what are you doing? Gosh, get on my nerves. All right, tell me more. Y'all come get y'all little fur baby. Get on my nerves. Okay, here come the masculine. Here go the masculine. So it is a masculine child with a distorted view. It might be an adult child. Oh boy. You know what it's giving? Somebody who's raised to be a good boy. Even if they're not really good. They're raised to be a good boy. You know what I mean? Like listen to her, do whatever she tells them to do. It's giving somebody who would drop whatever they're doing for her. You know what I'm saying? Always my mom comes first type of person. Um, he could have a whole family, and be mowing her lawn, taking care of her mail, doing all this stuff, and she got other children. You know what I'm saying? But he doing everything. That kind of vibe. Tell me more. Yeah. I said to you the duality of people, right? This child now has choices though. They have a choice of the soul family. So this person, whoever this is about, they can choose their soul family or they can choose the suffering. Now, I'm going to tell you something. These malignant type narcissistic people, which is given to me with this one, or these grandiose narcissists, they can also produce, what do they call them? Covert narcissists. The kind that just, they want attention for suffering. They want to be the martyr. They'll accept the drama, but they're betraying themselves as they do it. You know what I mean? They're constantly in chaos, but they're playing this martyr. I'm controlling the narrative because I'm the savior in all the chaos. So they like it, but they don't like it. They complain about it because it gives them attention, but then they don't necessarily want to remove themselves from it. So this person has a choice. Either they're going to be that, where they are the martyr for whatever this is, or they're going to extradite themselves. Spirit said they have the choice, and that's in the challenge and the lesson. Tell me more about this betrayal and this gift. Wow. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You see this snake? Like I told you, this person, the feminine energy. So we got a Jezebel, right? We got a Jezebel spirit, but that feminine energy, that mother energy, she's a snake. She's a con artist. She's a fraud. She is hella disrespectful. She's a little bit evil, or a lot of bit evil. You know what I'm saying? She's very insidious, and she don't care who she strike, who she bite. She don't have respect for your person, whoever this person is. This experience, she ain't got no respect for them, and she wants to be put on a pedestal. She could be a snake just wearing a dress, you know, looking like her fangs are ready to put venom in somebody. But, she wants to be seen as this beautiful queen. In the meantime, she looked like the snake that she is. Her skin is slimy. You know what I'm saying? Her health is nasty. You know what I'm saying? She slobbers at the mouth. And I don't mean that in a literal way, but she could. She very well could. Spirit says she stank. Literally. And bottom of the deck. Ooh. And she need to be cut out of somebody's life. See the scythe? There's an ending here. Okay, so what I'm getting is that 9 times out of 10, as this betrayal is revealed, whoever is experiencing this, male or female, but I feel like somebody in their masculine energy, they're going to cut her out of their life. This is somebody coming to a full awakening and understanding because their perspective is changing. This pain is too great. They don't want to keep experiencing it. So there's somebody about to cut her out of their life. But keep in mind, this is the type of energy that wants to break somebody down. She wants to see this person broken. So they have to find that strength that I'm telling you. They gotta find that strength in order to come out of a situation like this. They gotta find their strength to be able to tell her no, to put up boundaries, to separate themselves, to become not so codependent with her. You know what I'm saying? Separate their expenses with her, their living situation. Like they gotta separate from her. And their soul tribe here. So there, that means this child knows that there's someone else in their life that may not be their blood, but that actually loves them. That's what I'm getting. And they need to stop honoring this betrayal. I don't think they can much longer. I think that's not going to last. Um, Tell me more about the betrayal, though. I kind of need to know. I need to know. Tell me more, Spirit. Sweetie said, like, closer you get gone by doing that in line. No, that's why I don't drive people like that in cars. No self accountability up. So now we have there's a message of concern. So there's a message of concern. That's 2 9s, 2 7s. So the betrayal is in writing. What it is there's going to be proof of a betrayal. So this is going to be something that whoever this is, this person can't deny it. Now, this could be court documents. This could be letters. This could be texts. There's some type of written proof of the betrayal. Mm. Mm, mm. There is betrayal. Ooh. Wow. There's somebody learning a lot about their circumstances and their situation with somebody. All right, tell me. Oh, you know what I want? Yep, y'all are right about that. The first ones that say they hate drama and chaos be the main ones sitting right there in the middle of it, in betwixt of it, trying to act like they helping. They martyrs. This the type of people that give up their freedom for the drama because can't nobody say they didn't do this and they didn't do that. They worry about what people think. Get out. Yeah, there's somebody worry about what people think more so than they concern themselves with the truth or what's healthy for them. Somebody like to play games. Okay, there we go. Tell me more, Spirit. Death. So there's an ending. There's an end. Okay, so somebody there's an ending to the house situation because that's falling on house, bridge, death, and rebirth. Spirit moved in. Why is she messing with me, y'all? Come get y'all cat. She don't even want me. Anyway, so it's like, and I heard this, I feel like not too long ago, what Spirit was saying. The divine is the one that's intervening. The divine is the one that's revealing. The divine is setting this up. This was meant to be, meaning this was always going to end. Whatever this is was always like they were not going to be free balling this crap all, whether it's the suffering, whether they're a covert narc or they're just a victim. Whatever the case may be, this was never going to be able to just stay in perpetuity like that. This was never going to be they could do this forever, right? Because the stakes get higher and higher and the consequences get deeper and deeper. So Spirit saying there's no way this was ever going to just go forever. Maybe they was living life like we could just do this till the wheels fall off. Well, the wheels are literally falling off. Okay? The wheels are falling off. Tell me more, Spirit. Spirit said that's the truth. Ace of Swords. Spirit said, and you know it. This shit is deep. And so the shit is coming out. It's coming out in writing. I don't know who's doing the writing. Like I said, this could be court docs. This could be text messages. This could be DMs. But the truth is coming out. And the truth is going to set something free. Now, whether they feel free or not, that's on them. But the truth is going to liberate somebody's mind. Whether they wanted it to be, whether they were trying to hold on to that distorted view. Because this is giving moon energy. Like somebody just had this illusion and delusion energy. Well, guess what? No more delusions. We gonna just let it all the fuck out. Some more. One at a time. Sorry, my nose itching. Well, that means I'm hitting on something. Okay, fine. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. There was cooperation, third party situation. There was flying monkeys. Like, so there was other family members that helped distort this person's viewpoint. Um, more of that societal stuff. Well, that's your mother. That's your grandmother. That's always going to be your auntie. That's always going to be your sister. No matter how bad the person betrayed them each time, it was always some third party saying, well, you gotta honor them because they always gonna be your so-and-so. Not giving a fuck how bad they were betrayed at those times. Spirit said all of this shit was meant to come to an end for whoever this is. Tell me more. Ooh, justice. Well, I tell you, this person possibly got court docs. There's some type of maybe a court or legal situation, but Spirit said and karma situation. Somebody is getting a taste of karma right now. It's probably bigger than they can chew. Okay? Somebody is experiencing things that they don't want to go through right now. Because karma is here. Tell me more, Spirit. Oops. What's the letter about, Spirit? What is the written document about? I feel like it's definitely everything to do with justice, but tell me more. The Knight of Wands. Somebody, I'm telling you, I said it was Knight of Wands energy. This snake-like figure, this feminine energy, who is reckless, she is about to get so exposed right now for her reckless behavior. There's a lot of chaos and conflict in this reading. But there's somebody getting exposed in writing. So there could have been a letter that came home, and it could have been an eviction notice or what's the other thing? A foreclosure. Like a court doc. I feel like it's heavily a court doc. It could have been you owe this money, pay this money, or you gotta go to court on this date, whatever, something like that. Tell me more, spirit. And they're gonna get a lot of attention for this. This might have gotten written up in the paper. Um, yeah, somebody getting a lot of attention for it. Normally, I see that as it's a lot of. It could have been on the news, or it just could be a lot of people witnessing what goes on. And it's a win for somebody, but it's a loss. Like it's a tremendous devastation for somebody else. Who the win is for, I don't know. It could be the person that is the child, right? The child may be winning, and that the spirit set this up so this person could be released, right? In a, like a no return type of situation. But there's a win here for somebody. And with the death energy, yeah, I'm definitely getting there's a win. There's justice here. And it's in the upright. So it's like the child maybe wins their freedom or liberation from a very toxic situation. It's almost like somebody going from um foster parents into a good adopted situation, or that like maybe somebody who's in the system for a long time and they finally get adopted. I don't know, I just feel like they get the piece that they need with the soul tribe. They finally find their people, their fit. So if this is not a adult child, a small child is finally getting placed where they need to be, away from all the chaos and safety. you know if this is an adult child, well, then there's some legal matters that the adults have to go through, that's going to break up that codependency that is happening. mm. Yeah, because somebody was a master manipulator with the magician in reverse. That's over. Spirit said that's over. That all that manipulation, spirit put an end to that. Your spirit guy stepped in. Somebody was crying or praying or both. Like somebody was pleading with spirit, like, please help me. And somebody was like, say less, I got you. If they shed a tear, spirit came in there swiftly and revealed some shit. Like, oh, okay, so you over here worried about this, but let me show you what they've been doing. Let me show you what's been happening. hmm Let me show. Let me show you all the documents that you didn't know existed on this person. Let me show you. Okay. Tell me more, spirit. Somebody got caught. Yeah, somebody really was doing some fugazi shit in front of a child. We got the lovers here, right? And I was telling you that there was a very lustful, passionate situation going on. It was the inappropriateness of a relationship, but on full display in front of a child. I don't know to what degree, but take it how it resonates. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah, didn't I tell you I felt moon energy? Yeah, somebody's perspective was our always being distorted by the person and flying monkeys, and it's the masculine's perspective constantly being distorted, drowning in lies. Tell me more, spirit. Wow, this shit broke somebody's heart. They heartbroken. Spirit said if this person made the wrong choice for them that benefits them, meaning if they chose the family of origin and the person and the problems that came along with it, they are heartbroken over the loss because there had to be a choice. And if they didn't choose a soul tribe, or they, what's it call it? betrayed a soul tribe, or something like that. Spirit said they heartbroken. Now, I don't get that the soul tribe is. I get that this person is heartbroken over all the lies that they accepted, all the delusions that they, what I'm saying, fed into. They know now that they were tricked, they were duped, they were played, and now they got heartbreak. Two members more. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Somebody's betrayed, but it's like about to send them on their way. Tell me more about that 10 of Cups, though. Yeah. This could be somebody who, with the duality and the choices, somebody who didn't want to make a choice. Now we got the Ace of Coins here, an offer. Um, I just feel like this feminine energy who thinks she's smarter than everybody was love bombing somebody, making offers to them, only to cut them down. The Two of Coins is here. Somebody was trying to juggle their soul tribe with their family. And you can't juggle people. Juggling leads to inconsistency, makes somebody drop the ball at some point in time. And I feel like somebody dropped the ball with the soul tribe, and now they heartbroken because this person is still dealing with all this chaos and manipulation that looks like it's coming to an end. I don't feel like it came to an end, but I feel like it's ending. I feel like spirit has already set it in motion. I feel like there's some major and significant changes in somebody's life that didn't anticipate, didn't see coming. Because again, they were in moon energy. They were being given a false narrative. There was flying monkeys, so there's other people supporting that negativity. And now they are dealing with the aftermath or the consequences of having a distorted perspective and not relying on their strength. A soul tribe, people who love you want to see you do well, not because it benefits them in particular, but because they want to see you happy, loved, nurtured, focused, successful. They just want to see you happy, right? Ultimately, right? Um, a soul tribe, a loving soul tribe. That's what they would want. But a family that's, they come together and they tell you, just be loyal to the family. It's like a daggone mafia. It's like a gang you can't get out of if you don't choose to put that boundary up. And they will sit there and hold you to the family values, which usually are in the tank in situations like this, or have you sabotaging connections and trying to hold on connections you can't hold on to because you juggling their bullshit and their chaos and their conflict instead of putting yourself first. Take how it resonates. If it don't resonate, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you're notified anytime I come on. But yeah, somebody is like, they got a lot of karma for making a bad choice. There's some court situation. I don't know if it's a bill. I don't know if it's a hearing. But somebody got to go to court. There's something in writing that proves a betrayal, and it's like unrefutable. I don't know if it's unrefutable or whatever. I'm hoping I'm saying the right word, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's going to be irreconcilable differences. There's no way this comes back. No way somebody could deny it. Now, they could try, but the way Spirit set this up, there's already been a major ending. It's already been a death. Okay, whether the death is emotional or physical, but it looks like it's physical that involves a home because the bridge is also here. So there's bridges broken. I do feel like somebody made some bad choices. I also feel like somebody did something inappropriate in front of a child or inappropriate things in front of a child. You take that how it resonates. If it don't resonate, it's for the few that it do. You get what I'm saying? But Mm. Yeah, maybe somebody do need a paternity test. But it's definitely like the feminine in here, she here twice in a position that don't look good. So she's it's coming like she's the liar. She's the manipulator. She's the troublemaker. And spirit guys are like, yeah, all right, well, we got something for her. You know, the betrayal is getting revealed. So it could be what Carmen said, paternity test revealing who's the father, who the baby daddy is, or you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like it's more than that. Like some maybe somebody is waiting on those type of documents. Um, but then there's more that's gonna come out. Like this is not something that's cut and dry. She's a snake. So with a snake energy, they do a lot of things that they don't want nobody to know. You know what I'm saying? They don't take accountability for quite a few things. So she got a jaded past, so to speak, and there's likely to be a lot of things that come out of that the knowledge of, oh wow, we've been on here for a minute. A lot of things that come out of that. All right, give me more. We're gonna do Kyle Grace. What is this called? Um, Angel Guides Oracle. Antoine, you are the father now. Signs and reminders. Somebody's getting signs and reminders. Somebody was being awakened. I'm telling you. Spirit is just leading them, leading them, and leading them, and leading them. There's signs and reminders. Somebody's getting indication. If they reflect back, they're going to be like, wait, Spirit showed me this, and now I know this. Something. Manifestation. I feel like the ancestors has got involved. But manifestation, somebody is calling and saying, you know, it could have been somebody like, I can't wait to find out if this happened or that happened. I know you're not telling me the truth. You manifesting that truth to come out. I'm trying to tell you. I know you go da 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 da. Okay, you about to find out. Da 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 da. Tell me more. Ooh, forgiveness and understanding. Ooh, I feel like this person's gonna have to forgive themselves. First and foremost, and mainly only, um, for tolerating, for not seeing through stuff. Because you know, a lot of times when people get that betrayal and that shit get revealed, and they got that moment where you know your whole life flashes behind you, and you be like, I should have known. I could have, should have, did this, and I could. They're gonna have to find that forgiveness and understanding for themselves because this the third party situation here, the flying monkeys rather, they other people conspired to keep this person in the dark and in their head. Tell me more. Joy and contentment. This is what this person is challenged to find. Joy and contentment. They have a hard time dealing with that with this person. Tell me more, Spirit. Finding that, having that. And ultimately, it's about self acceptance. Somebody's self worth. Somebody putting that boundary up. When you have that self acceptance and you're not accepting that narrative no more, you're not sitting there believing somebody telling you what you can and can't do, who you are and who you aren't. You know what I'm saying? Which is opposite to how you feel authentically. You know what I'm saying? Or these people are trying to break you down to your lowest compound and tell you ain't shit, you this and you that and da 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 da. But yeah, Spirit said no. Somebody's going to get to that point of self acceptance so that they can heal. That's what that inner child wounding needs. I need to accept myself for who I am. I am my parents' child, but I am not only that. I am more than that because I am me, right? And who is me? However, I identify me to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gifted this. I'm a wonderful that. I'm a happy this. That's who you are. That's where you're. I love my blah blah blah. My ability to do so and so. You know what I'm saying? I came into this world. I know I'm meant to blah blah blah. Spirit said, focus on your life, your passions, your goals. Bottom of the deck. Listen deeply. So this is the spirit guide trying to connect to somebody. The Spirit said, listen deeply. Hear what Spirit is trying to whisper to you. They're trying to give you whispers of confidence. They're trying to tell you truths. They're trying to help you listen to your intuition. Let that guide you so you can be abundant. Yep. So that was your reading, y'all. You take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to bid y'all adieu. I didn't realize I was reading so long, to be honest with you. I didn't realize we was going so long. But I appreciate y'all. And so in the meantime, between time, give me that energetic donation, y'all. That like, that share, that subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And feel free, please, to, after the readings, go ahead and go back to an old reading or this one and comment in the comment section. Say something. I'll say something back. I know they're doing something new where they're boosting channels up with, I don't even know what this ranking thing is, but whatever the case may be, if you happen to see it on my video, give me some ranking points. They said that it pushes the video out. I saw it on one today. I went back and looked at one of mine. I didn't see it. I don't know how this works. But if you're if you come across it, hit it and submit it. I don't know what it does, but it's supposed to boost my channel. So help me out. Help a sister out. All right, y'all. Have a blessed night. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.